Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Fan Perspective. I'm your host Nathan Lyle, and here is what happened this weekend in the NBA. First of all, the Miami Heat have now won 22 straight, tying the record for the second longest winning streak by a team in NBA history, which was previously held by the Rockets, which coincidentally Shane Battier was on that team. The overall record is held by the Lakers back when they had Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West. They're still a little bit away from getting that record. I'm not saying it's impossible though. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen. Then again, I definitely would not be shocked to see it not happen, because it's amazing that a team has gone this long without winning 30 straight, considering that they had done it originally so long ago. But the rules of basketball have changed so much; it's become such a much more competitive game than it used to be. Because there was once a time where the only big men in the league were Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. It was between them, the two of them fighting it out for the championship every season. That was it. Those were the only two teams in the league. No one else existed. Yes, there were other teams, but they didn't exist. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, the Denver Nuggets have extended their winning streak to 11 straight games, while the Wizards, Hawks, and Thunder have all won 3 straights. The Pistons have lost 8 in a row, Phoenix and New York have lost 4 in a row, and the Magic and Hornets have lost 3 in a row. And in playoff news, the Oklahoma City Thunder have now clinched the playoff berth, so that's 2 Western Conference teams that we know are in it. And the Charlotte Bobcats were the first team to officially be eliminated from the playoffs. Huge shock right there. And then the day after that, the Orlando Magic got eliminated from playoffs. A few milestones for you this week. First of all, Steve Nash has now played in 1,196 career games, which ties him with Dikembe Mutumbo for 30th on the all-time list. He is 3 games behind Harper and Eddie Johnson for 28th place, and 4 games away from the 1,200th of his career. Tim Duncan only needs to play 32 more minutes to pass Scottie Pippen for 20th on the all-time list. Dirk Nowitzki needs to make 40 more field goals to pass Elgin Baylor for 20th on the all-time list. Kevin Garnett is 2 offensive rebounds behind David Robinson for 22nd on the all-time list. Tim Duncan is now 7 offensive rebounds behind Larry Smith for 15th on the all-time list. And Tim Duncan is also 24 defensive rebounds behind Hakeem Olajuwon for 4th on the all-time list. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's also 15 total rebounds behind Shaq for 13th on the all-time list. Total, offensive and defensive, just to clarify. And a few games that I'm looking forward to in this coming week. On Monday, there are 11 games being played. Only a few that really stand out to me. First of all, you've got the Heat at the Celtics. They split their first 2 meetings with the home team winning each time. Just saying. I'm not saying the winning streak's gonna end. Actually, I'm definitely not saying that. I want the Heat to win this game and then lose to Cleveland. That would be poetic justice. And then next, you've got the Nuggets at the Bulls. The Denver completely dominated in the first matchup, but while they are one of the best home teams in the league, they are under 500 on the road. And you've also got the Knicks at the Jazz. New York has been struggling of late thanks in large part to injuries, while the Jazz are getting healthier and looking to fight their way back into the playoffs. And on Tuesday, 4 games are being played. About half of them hold some slight interest. You've got the Blazers at the Bucks. It's the second of only 2 meetings between these teams. Milwaukee won the first meeting by a small margin. And Portland, they need to win this one because we're getting into the stretch run. And if they can't handle Milwaukee, which is a 500 team, they're going to have a tough time getting into the Western Conference playoffs. And then you've got the Nuggets at the Thunder. In the previous 3 meetings, the home team won every time. This is the final meeting between these 3, and the Thunder are looking to even up the series. And then on Wednesday, 11 games being played. Only a few that really are catching my interest. You've got the Bucks at the Hawks. Nobody wants to play the Heat in the first round. One of these teams probably will, though. With 3 games left against each other this year, the Bucks are looking to gain some ground with the win and try to overtake Atlanta for that 7th seed. And then you've got the Thunder at the Grizzlies. The Thunder have only lost 4 home games all season. One of those was to Memphis. This is the final meeting between 2 Western Conference powerhouses. They've split the season series so far. And then you've got the Jazz at the Rockets. As of filming this video, the Rockets are a game and a half behind the Warriors for that 6th seed, and the Jazz are 1 game out of the playoffs. Houston leads the series 2-1. And then you've got the Warriors at the Spurs. These teams split their first 2 meetings with the home team winning each time. And then on Thursday, 3 games being played, and to be honest, only one has any real playoff bearing at all, but I'm not even planning to watch this one. It's the Blazers at the Bulls. Portland can still get into the playoffs if they can get winning, and they managed to get the best of Chicago the first time they played, and this will be the 2nd and final meeting between these two this year. Now, once again, I would like to reiterate, I'm not going to be watching basketball Thursday night. I'm going to find other shit to keep me busy. Anyways, this has been the Fan Perspective, and tune in for a new episode on Friday morning. And until then, I hope you have a good night. Hope you had a great weekend, and hope you have a good Monday. See you on Friday.